All right, what is up, guys? We're gonna do some back today, and you know what? We're gonna be doing something a bit different from last time because I've been doing more of the sort of Robbie Robinson style. The reason why I'm changing it is since I'm doing 6 to 8 reps. If I do that first exercise, I don't think the quality of the weights itself, let's say for 6 to 8, is gonna be the best, and even more so the organization of how the workouts will be. Like if after that will be cables, I don't think that's the best thing, especially after deadlifts. It is good when there's more frequency, but not the best. Now, maybe the first exercise is pretty good, but I did figure to go back to my old routine, which would be, what's that called? Yeah, lat pull downs. Lat pull downs, and we'll do after barbell rows. And I could, the problem with the supersetting is the more frequency output. Yeah. Okay, so you know what? I will replace the dumbbells with tripods. Yeah, tripods is better. I'll do barbell rows, no supersets, and then afterwards we'll do tripod rows. That way we can at least get more of isolation by the time it's like the third exercise without adding too much frequency. And well, I would do T-bars. I think we'll do cables and then dead. Really, the most isolation thing we could do would be the cables. So that should be probably saved till the last to get like all those squeezes in. So yeah, we'll start off first with the lat pull downs. Then we'll do barbell rows. Then we'll do tripod rows. Then we'll do deadlifts. So that's a total 4. 1, 2, yeah, 4. And then cables. Not bad. 5 exercises. Makes sense for the back too, because back is a bigger muscle. It'd be different if I was doing arms or even chest per se. But we're all to experiment today because I'm not fully sure. This is really my first time doing, let's say, 8 reps with a lot more slower pauses. Like, because I used to do the Dorian thing, but doing 10 reps to 8 reps, it didn't work out so well, unless if I did it a bit more slowly. Yeah, we'll get to it. You know what pisses me off? When they put the scooper all the way at the bottom. They always do this. Oh, the scooper is actually different. It's a lot more higher. Because I always get this creatine particular, but they changed the scoop. I have a pre-workout here, but I don't need it. I like to take a pre-workout for the last resort. We don't need it. Not bad. We put the 45. All right, this might be the second worst angle I've done. Not the first though. What was that, 7? Maybe. You guys know I'm really good at counting. I'm the best counter in the world, man. All right. Let's do barbell rows. Yeah. All right. Let's get the bars. I won't do the Smith. Everyone's on the Smith today. And if I did do the Smith, because of those safety guards, I'm not gonna drop as low. So let's just get the weighted bars. We'll do, I think 12. Yeah. Let's get the 80s. Let's see. Let's get the. We'll do 100, but with straight bar. Yeah. That was sloppy. That was a sloppy drop. But that was better in the set, the reps. More of a pause at the top, which I think is the essence of doing this workout too. It's the squeeze and contracts. Oh yeah, tripod rows. Yeah, rethinking because we're doing something different today. Let's do this here. It's not bad. So,
You guys are gonna have to see my ass. My bad. Do it like this. I should count more. That way I don't do more on one side than the other. And that was not too heavy too. I think we'll jump to 40 pounds. Maybe my posture could be a bit fixed because my lower back just a little stiff. A little bit. So cool. Yeah, let me increase the weight. I'm doing way too many reps here. I'm aiming for like 8, but I mean, I could be around, but in my mind, I feel like I'm doing 10 or 12. Yeah. Let's get the 55. I think, I'm not entirely sure, but the straighter I am, horizontally, the level of activation is a bit better. So I'll do that. Because if I'm sort of arched, maybe not so if I'm not doing these holds like this. If I was just kind of going with the movement, that probably wouldn't be the case because of that tension. But I work better with the holds when I'm doing less reps. So less shit going on the lower back, and a tad bit more activation too. I could do that a lot better, but I haven't done these since Dorian. I don't think I'll do the deadlifts. I'll be too tired out for that. We'll do cables, and we'll do the, damn, I don't even remember the name of that. What we usually do at the end. Oh, pullovers. Yeah, machine pullovers. Take off my glasses with these. So, I actually want to explain something, because I can accidentally do this right now. I was just thinking about it like a minute ago, where, all right, I'm gonna take my time with this, do maybe 8 reps or something. That's all good and said, but if I don't feel the intensity going that slow, then I just have to do more reps. Even if my game plan is to do less reps, at the end of this, it's what your body tells you at the moment. And if you're not feeling it, like, in a sense where it's not that you're not feeling the muscle to mind connection, but if you don't feel that intensity, what you're doing doesn't fucking matter anymore, in my opinion. You're gonna have to do more reps or do a little bit something different. That was the first set, but if this second set is like that, then I'm gonna do more reps. You don't wanna fall under that trap, because you're leaving a lot of gains on the table if you do. I've had better activations than that, even going that slow. Look at this. No other things, no. But this, yes. And you know, it's always kind of been that way. I've always done like 15, 16 reps-ish with the back rows. And I always get a good pump and hypertrophy as a stimulus. But 8 to 10 isn't really cutting it, see? So, I'll drop the weight. Better, you see, even though that's just movement, but it depends what your body's telling me. That felt better than doing these pauses for 8 reps. just for this. Let's pull overs. Oh, I love doing this here. So we can just really go balls out in this one. Yeah, 80 pounds. Sounds perfect. Not bad for first. Fuck. I feel like this is gonna fall off because I'm gonna really try here. So I'll just swear. Yeah, I swear. Fuck. I'll do a few more. Let's pose down. Yeah, let's try this angle. I did not like the lighting in that room at all. For what it was setting, I was way too highlighted. Yeah. Yeah. Center. Hang on, let me do that again. That was kind of awkward. Uh, Not the best back day, but not the worst. I mean, I didn't. I mean, well, I don't think my training is as bad. I think it's most of all my diet. I don't know about you, but for me, it was also because I see myself every single day. I noticed that I'm a little bit flat right now. I've been flat for the past 2 days. But I know exactly why though. I don't I'm doing a lot more things than before, like each day. So I have a thing where if I'm doing something, I forget to eat. That's I know, that's not good. I literally forget to eat. Even if I'm hungry, I just forget because like sometimes I'm so focused on something, like on my computer and I'm working on something, like a project, and like 3 hours just pass by and I haven't eaten. And so sometimes I don't even eat lunch until like 4 5 p.m. I know, not good. So, in fact, sometimes I don't even eat until 6 p.m. Now I eat breakfast, obviously, but there's like this big gap of like 6 hours, so I'm not feeding myself enough. And I definitely think that that's what's showing in the physique. Yeah, so that's definitely my fault on that. And there's just bad habits, you know. But I'm not perfect at the end. I've been only at this for a year, so it's like I've gotten certain things right, but there's certain things I definitely have to cover and fix up, like my diet. Yeah. I noticed too that I think, in my opinion, if you want to eat more calories, you should just really eat the things that you normally eat and just surplus it because that's kind of how I actually started with the bulk. But then after 6 months, I I simplified my diet into just rice and tofu and just repeated. And my mind got so tired of that like there are certain points where I don't want to eat, even if let's say I have a feeling where I do want to eat, but I don't want to eat. It's like this weird combination, but I think that's just the diet part. So that's where I have to find that middle ground. I'm not competing yet. So, and I'm not, at the same time, I'm not trying to make excuses to myself. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I'm trying to be also realistic because at the end, what matters is for me to eat over and over. Back in May, I was not as strict to myself, and I actually didn't. I feel like I look flatter now than before. My muscle size are better, but it's just the flat. It's just that illusion part. I don't like it. So, yeah, I'll be eating a lot more. That's where I am curious of maybe trying like a deload for my diet. I do want to research that because I can give myself a break. I've kind of been worried over the month that like the way how I've been eating, I don't want to negatively affect my satiety levels of where my body can't understand whether it wants to eat or not because I've been really for a year, almost a year straight, I've been just eating not because I've been hungry. I've been just eating because I have to eat. And it's been like that almost every single day. Now, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I haven't done that 24/7. There has been many, many, many days where I've, I guess you could say, slacked off and went under maybe 600 calories. I know, really bad. But that's where I'm trying to say, like, I have to be realistic to myself.
where I have to find a middle ground where maybe I'm not gonna exactly hit what I'm doing over and over because of, you know what, not just because of my discipline. I think it's just the amount of things I have to do today. It doesn't add up. So I think as long as I can um, eat a little bit more than what I used to, that's better. Instead of trying to think like I'm gonna eat in a certain way almost every single day. Yeah. That tends to be common though when you're starting, where you highly overestimate yourself and your training and your dieting, where you're like, I can get in 600 calories more or not. And now it would, I think obviously the level of drive would be different if I was competing. Yeah, which I think is common with people who've been lifting for 5 to 6 years, where they think like, oh, you know, you're competing, you want to become an IFBB pro, your drive is at a different level. But not for me. I mean, at this point, I don't really, even though I've been training for just a year, I don't have really much desires to compete right now. But I don't know, maybe in 3 years I will, 4 years. I don't really care. I just want to build as much mass as possible, and I'll see from there. Yeah. I mean, that's what pushed me at the first start. I remember my first week when I was training, I noticed a massive difference. And I was like, shit, my testosterone levels are out of the roof. Well, that's just what drove me. And I have just a 10-year goal. But I don't have in my mind right now, maybe some people do, where they think like, I want to become the Mr. Olympia and do all this stuff. No, I don't really care much. Yeah. You know what? I kind of want to talk about that. You know what I noticed to be very strange? From the best bodybuilders I've heard, except for Ronnie Coleman. He's like the only one who hasn't said this, but like Jay Cutler, Kevin Levrone, Sean Ray, Dorian Yates. There's many guys who, oddly enough, whenever I hear them talking about their career, they kind of sound, I mean, it's hard to explain. Like, it just in my perspective, they seem like they're proud of what they did, but at the same time embarrassed. It's like, it's very weird. That's what I don't want to do, because I don't see the point of putting all your efforts that in the future you think like that. I don't want to think like that. I think that's so stupid. So, I mean, I want to be, but whatever. I'm just ranting. But I'm kind of just making up reasons for why I think this way. But yeah, it's one day at a time. At the end, I need a. I could say it right now, but tomorrow I could feel different. So I'll just keep it in my head. I just have to eat the same way as before, but a little bit more, and be a bit more disciplined. Maybe for now, for a week, I don't have to be so hard when it comes to eating specific things, because I'm not cutting. I'm just bulking. This is the first bulk, so. Because right now I look pretty flat. I'm not gonna lie. I look pretty flat right now. That's just purely from dieting. I don't want to say more, because I'm gonna be ignorant. I don't have much information about that. Anyways, I'm gonna stop ranting. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time, and yeah, peace.